Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in today's video we're going to spin for Neya, the new cavalry hero. And my general thought on cavalry right now is that they're incredibly strong. Arguably possibly too strong, although they do require a lot of skill to get right if you're doing something other than just ambushing the backline. And if you are just ambushing the backline, you just roll your face on the keyboard and absolutely collect the merits. But if you try to play them in the main fight, they do take a good bit more skill and practice. Once you figure out how to do that well, my God, you just roll in those merits. But it does take skill. Now, that said, Neya does look like a strong addition for a player that brings cavalry. And at this point in the game, now that we're as far in as we are, I feel like every endgame player should aspire to have good combinations for every troop type. Like, we've just reached that point where that's like a thing you need to be able to do. And each of the troop types is incredibly valuable for different things, which is honestly a good state for the game, in my opinion. So anyways, Neya's here, and we've already kind of reviewed her skills before, but just very briefly, you're looking at 1600 damage factor and 40 rage per second for 5 seconds. When awakened, that becomes 1700 damage factor and 50 rage per second for 5 seconds. The second skill ignores 10% of enemy hit points while in the field. And if the Legion is not in battle, it becomes camouflage. When entering battle in a camouflage state, it ignores 20% of enemy hit points. I don't know. Camouflage Legions are harder for non-friendly lords to detect. Oh my God. This camouflage thing is probably pretty nutty. Frontline Commander. Increase cavalry units skill damage by 10%, hit points by 10%, march speed by 10%, seems good. Grants the Legion Keen for 10 seconds every 15 seconds during battle, and it's 30% attack. Now, over here, it still ignores 10% of enemy hit points, even if you're not in the field. But when you are in the field, that's when this whole camouflaged effect takes place, okay? So you're looking at cavalry, PvP, and mobility, a very strong combination, and an interesting model for this hero, actually. She's all armor, man. She's a twig, but this twig will break you in half. All right, so let's do these spins, see how far we get. I expect to get a pretty solid amount of tokens, typically in the realm of like 130. If I'm lucky, 140 plus. And there's a couple ways we go and do this. First, we're going to go and buy the bundle. All right. So this is the Change of Fortune bundle. As I typically say in videos where I'm spending money, consider your financial priorities before you spend in a mobile game. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but consider saving for retirement, having an emergency fund, prioritizing your family. When I spend in mobile games, I am doing it in part because I'm building a business. This is how I provide for my family with my YouTube channel. Thank you for your support. Consider subscribing or throwing a like onto this video. Now, when I go and I buy these, I use Dragon tickets, okay? And these you buy in advance from a website I'll link down below. It's not an affiliate link. It's just the official web store for Call of Dragons, okay? This game is made by Farlight Games, and this is their web store. And you buy this in advance, and the sort of advantage of doing that is you get a small amount of Dragon coins to go with it, about 10% extra value. You can buy bundles with your tickets or your coins. If you're subscribed to my channel, you've seen me talk about this a bunch, so thanks for your patience as I kind of walk through that. There's always somebody who's like, I wasn't using Dragon tickets, and now I am, and wow, it's so easy. And it's like, yes. Yeah, yes, it is. All right, now, we make all these purchases, so we've now got our tickets to spin with, and in addition, I'm going to go drop gems on this thing. I'm going to drop the max amount of gems. Now, if you're super savvy or a low spender, consider waiting one more day. At the time of this recording, there's a huge event series showing up like tomorrow, and there's going to be I'm sure, like purchase event where you get recharge rewards. So waiting one day would, work out really great, I would think, if you otherwise are a low spender in the game, all right? So 200 spins. I don't even have the unlock. Let's see how we do. All right, here we go. We'll do 5 at a time. We'll skip the animation because, I don't know, it's 2025 now. Do I need the animation? 2 Neya, 1 G4. Honestly, I'm not going to rush max this hero. I'm not going to rush max them. I am looking forward to maxing them at some point with value from spins, but I don't think it's happening anytime soon for me. So, you know, my game plan, and I don't even know how quickly I'll use them, quite frankly, in the open field. 1 Neya, 3 G4s. What I'm really after is the G4 tokens. Full pull, let's go. And we did it not quite at pity. I mean, 15 away from pity is really, well, actually, I don't know when I last pitied. All right, well, now we know when we when we got a full pull. Let's see when this pity shows up here. All right, when we get it next. We were at 165 when we got the full pull. There's 3 Neya. Nice, nice. At the end of the day, it's like, what's my grand total going to be? And I'm using so many heroes these days that, like, the legendary medals really are, like, a bottleneck for me in a pretty major way. There's more G4s. Okay, let's go. Let's go. More G4s. All right. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Oh, there's the full pull. Okay, so full pull. 2 G4 hero tokens and the Neya token at 120. So, it took 45. I mean, we almost went to pity there. We almost went to pity. I mean, I'd say we're doing below average so far, but there's kind of room for that to turn around at any time here. There's the the Neya tokens there. There's 2 more Neya tokens. Let's go. 1 more. Okay. How close are we to pity here? We've got to be pretty close. There's the Neya token again. 1, 2 Neya tokens. I feel like we're going to pity on this one. Okay, there's the full pull. There's the full pull at 75. All right. So we're looking to get this before 25. If we get another full pull before 25, we're chilling. If we don't, I feel like I got kind of wrecked in this round of pulls, to be honest. But this event I would rate as probably the highest value in the game. So I think it's like overall like fine. There's 3 Neya tokens. Let's go. Okay, and a G4 token. Nice. A lot of speed ups there. Actually, perfectly okay with that outcome. There, double full pull, baby. Now that is legit. I was getting kind of wrecked. So to go literally 2, not even 5 spins, but 2 pulls in between full pulls is actually insane. So we were trying to get it before 25. We got it at 40 and we got it twice. Now we're back on track, in my opinion, for like an average session. There's the G4s. If I get another full pull before running out of spins here, then I'm feeling really good about this. There's the Neya tokens and a G4. All right. 2 more Neya tokens, and there's 2 more tokens in the G4. I mean, honestly, 3 Neya tokens. This is turning out perfectly fine. 1 more Neya token, and how do we finish things out? 2 G4 tokens, I'll take it. We grab all these tiered rewards, which gives us the 5, then 5 universal, the 10, and 10 universal, and then 15. Looking good. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh yeah, I guess while I'm here, we just snap this off, right? The legendary Trailblazer. We use those dragon coins that I was talking about earlier. Pick that up. All right, how did we do? We got the unlock, and how many tokens? 129. So in total, like 139 is fine. I think that was a fine session. We're going to upgrade this first skill. And what I really need, quite frankly, is to put this hero in my lineup for XPing. So I've got like a preset that I was using. I might have to make it again for running around and getting XP. I'll have to mess with that later and get that set up. In the meantime, I suppose I can just use these books, take her to level 10. I guess there's really no rush, but we'll go to 10 here. Hit upgrade. Getting XP tomes is honestly a big deal. I'd like for that to kind of not be on the table as like a thing I need to worry about, but maybe one day that'll be the case. But the XP tomes, I think, are always kind of valuable to have on hand. And this lets me work on the next skill. So which skill would I prioritize here? You know, the thing is that this camouflage seems really cool. While in the field, if the Legion is not in battle, it becomes camouflaged. When entering battle, you ignore enemy hit points. Honestly, I feel like the all-the-time skill damage and hit points and march speed is probably the better skill. But this goes up in kind of a non-linear way. This is an additional 20% of bypass. Yeah, I mean, I'll max this skill out, I guess. I'll just max this, because this goes up by like 2%, 2%, 4%, 4%. So I think there's a lot of value in having skills kind of maxed out here. Yeah, we'll go for it. I think that's fine. All right, so we'll do that. I suppose I could always reset if I change my mind later, but it's kind of a wacky thing to do. And I guess retrain is the way that's described in this game. But I feel good about Neya so far. Now, that said, if you watched my video the other day, I'm pretty hyped about these exemplar wishes. To do more exemplar wishes, I need more emblems. And good news, we've got this enduring artifact compendium that gives me an opportunity to get some of those. So I would like to get a Thunder Elegy. I think it's 1 in a gazillion that I actually shoot the moon on that. But getting basically any of these emblems is a W for me right now. So I'm just going to fire this off and kind of see how we do. And do I have enough gems for this? I actually do not have enough gems for this. I need 30,000 gems. So to get to 30,000 gems, what I'm going to do is pick up some more dragon tickets, actually. And I may as well buy up this Oath bundle is pretty good value, and that's what's available to me right now. So I'm just going to go to the Farlight store real quick, and this is so easy to do. What do I want to buy here? Do I just buy to 185 and call it a day? I'm going to have to... Dude, there's so much spending I'm doing in this game lately. I guess I could do that. I need the gems. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop 35 bucks. We're going to do it this way. It's so easy. Literally, I just did my payment. This video is not sponsored, by the way, but a number of my videos are sponsored by the makers of this game. But I just pay with PayPal, complete the purchase, and then I get the mail. It's like, boom, here's your extra coins, here's your tickets. All right, so this probably gives me enough. I have a $50 dragon ticket sitting around. So I can buy this bundle for 5, 10, 20, and for 50. And that gives me enough gems to do what I want to do here. All right, let's do some pulls, shall we? Here we go. Looking to do 20 of these pulls. It's 30,000 gems. I would love to get the Thunder Elegy. That would actually be insane. Yeah, Thunder Elegy. That's the one. Okay, we get that, and it's actually just completely popping off. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Do I need this gem warning every time? Probably not. It's fine, though. Okay. So this event, you get at the end of a season, and you pity at 10 pulls. So after 10 pulls, or I guess on the 10th pull, you're guaranteed a legendary emblem here. So we're looking for that legendary emblem, seeing what we get here. Come on, baby. We're at 13 pulls now, remaining. So we've done 8 pulls. This is our 9th pull. So we're going to pity here. This is our 10th pull. If it's the Thunder Elegy, we are shooting the moon. Okay, come on. Come on. Tear of Arbon. That's about right. All right, so is what it is. We're going to keep going. We are in it for the emblems, baby. Ideally, we get it before pity. What are my chances here? What are my chances? Probability, 12.6% chance per pull. So a little better than a 1 in 10. So it's like not surprising it could take 10 attempts. Well, and the 10th is guaranteed. All right. Now, if we pull early, your sort of luck continues on, and you could get more than 2 of these legendary emblems in your session, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky. We may go to pity. Now, if we get the Elegy, who cares, right? It's all good, baby. It's all good, baby, but I don't know if we're going to get that lucky. Come on. Okay, I think we are going to pity. And it is what it is. Yep, we are going to pity. Here we go. Here we go. Did we get there? Did we get there? We got there! Oh my god. We actually, chat, we actually just did it. W's. Big W. Okay. That's actually insane. See, I have the exemplar for this. Confirm. Hell yeah. We actually did the thing. And now this bundle. Oh, they're giving forge keys here now? Forged immortal treasure? Okay. Yeah, I want that. Great. Forge keys? Hell yeah. Since when? Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but it used to give regular artifact keys. Okay. That's insane. That was unexpected. That was completely unexpected. Wow. Wow. Because look, here's the deal. What I was using was Breath of Jargontis over here. Okay. And I've also got, where are you? Probably on you. Yeah. I've got this Phoenix Eye, but it's only at 4%. So, you know, look, what I can do here, and I think we just do this now while we're here. We go to the artifacts, I guess. Items. We swing on over here, and I already had unlocked this. I'll have a card in the end screen for the prior video where I did this, where I unlocked the what's it called? Empowered. What is it? The exemplar version, right? I already had it unlocked, but I never unlocked the artifact. So, like, just like that, now it qualifies as owned, which is awesome. That is actually straight W's. So what I think we do is we go over here and we replace you with this. Okay, then we go in and we dust this up and we just go to 60. So we hit upgrade. Okay. Now the artifact is max level, but I would like to unlock the damage taken reduction and the damage dealt enhancement. And that would make this a 6.5% artifact, because when you stack on the exemplar stuff that's going on here. And I think that makes it probably good enough to be using. And like all I need to do is get a couple more emblems of this, and we're like really big chilling at that point. So if I ascend this bad boy, and we ascend it again. So, ooh, it gives Legion hit points. Yeah, I'm not in love with Legion hit points, actually, as like a thing that we're getting. But okay. And we ascend this again. Okay, good. And let's do it again. So the real trick here is to get the final 1.5%. I have to use legendary emblems, which kind of sucks. That is a huge bummer. And I got to use 4 of them. Because I really want to unlock more exemplars. But like, you know, I think I should do this. I think it's worth, probably. I guess I don't have to do it this second. As soon as I'm entering a new season is when I have to do it and make a decision. Because once I've done this, like the 6.5% damage dealt and damage taken reduction, that is then 2.5% better than my Phoenix Eye, right? And the effect here is pretty legit, although it's at the lowest tier, which is kind of a bummer. But for the next 5 seconds, deals diffuse damage every second to up to 5 enemy legions in a circle and inflicts silence. Cannot cast rage skills? That seems good. Silence can be triggered once every 10 seconds, and legions affected by this skill cannot leave the circle. Also inflicts defense magic break. There's a magic defense break of 12%, which is insane for 30 seconds. That is really good. And it's 350 damage factor per second to these 5 legions. Now, maxed out, it's 750 factor, which is really, really good. And let's see here. What is this damage taken? Whenever they inflict numbness on an enemy legion, the wielder's legion gains resistance, damage taken reduction. Oh yeah, dude, this has got to be what I use. Even at level 1, this is, I think, the play here. Huge W. Huge W. Yeah, this is a really great outcome. All right. Well, that was amazing. I low-key cannot believe that just happened. And that's amazing. I'm very happy about that. I suppose I could upgrade more of the skills on this pet here if I get more serious about this hero composition. But I don't know that... I don't know. I got plenty of investments to do at this point in time. Speaking... Oh, yeah. Should I have done that in more of a moderated way? I get a bunch of bundles now, but it's giving me Forge artifact keys. I don't think it did that before. This is a good deal. I'm going to buy this. And another Forge artifact key deal. I'm going to buy that. Wait. And another one? Okay. He used to give regular artifact keys. Am I crazy? I don't think I am. And now artifact keys are like actually just straight gas, which is kind of cool. I mean, I could buy these universal artifact keys here and do some pulls. Max this out. Okay. I mean, let's see what we do here. It's probably just going to be a nothing burger, but whatever. Yeah, there's a nothing burger, and there's a nothing burger. I mean, you know, you're likely to go to pity, which is the 90 pulls. But I will say, artifact emblems have been given a fresh dose of relevance, which is pretty cool. Now, now that I've done a bunch of these pulls, I probably can like get rid of a bunch of this stuff. And the value of that, get rid of 10 of those. Maybe get rid of 5 of these. I get a bunch of this currency real quick. And I need that. I need that so that I can buy more of these each week, right? I'm going to do just 5 of these for now. There we go. All right. And that gives me another 10 pull. Let's see if we get there. We do not. GG. All right. All right. This video has gone on long enough. If you enjoyed it, throw a like on here, subscribe. Oh, yeah. There is one other thing I wanted to do. You got to make sure to have the conversation with the hero. You got to chat it out. So I want to go talk to her real quick. We go to Neya, go over here. We gift her a bunch of this, right? And in so doing, we then can have the conversations with her over here. And I think I can just hit skip and it just gives me the tokens. This is what I want in the story, quite frankly. Like just make it skippable. And I just don't have time for this in my life. Do I think it's cool that there's lore? Yes. Do I want to read the lore? No. But there's another 10 or so tokens, which is pretty legit. And if I go back over here, do we have emojis? We even have some cool emojis here at level 5 and level 8. But there's no more of the legendary tokens to be had. All right. You enjoyed the vid? Throw a like on here. Subscribe. I've fed these other heroes too, right? I think I have. I'm like pretty sure I have. Yeah, he's level 4. She's level 6. Level 4. All right, we're chilling. We are chilling. Yeah, I've given them all their food. GG. Yeah, Fallgram fed him too. All right, cool. You enjoyed it? Throw a like, subscribe. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.